I wanted to share another case study of a kid that I loved working with. This was a couple of years ago. The boy was 2 at the time and he was diagnosed with global developmental delay. And to give you a picture of what the child was like, when I went over there to assess him, he couldn't stand up by himself. He actually needed a full body brace to be able to stand up.
What are these little tootsies doing? I can see your quads turning on now because they're underneath you.
Oh, where is it? Oh,
And even sitting, he struggled with. He could go on all fours, but if he was sitting, I remember trying to test his balance. And in order to test his balance, we would sit him down on his bottom and we would be on either side of him. So we would see which way he was going to fall. And he couldn't sit down still without falling over. A few months passed, and doing the program, we saw that he had a few retained primitive reflexes. We could see a clear hemispheric deficit. The one side of his brain wasn't working as optimally as the other, or had some deficits there, and so we stimulated that side of the brain. And before we started working with this child, as you could see, there was a number of problems, and the child was, quite delayed. Mum had told me that she didn't know if he would ever walk, which, as you can imagine, as a parent like me, that's a really hard thing to come to terms with or to accept. Anyway, a few months passed and the child was able to stand up, which was so exciting. The messages that you get, just makes your day. I would get these videos from Mum, and the kids are in the background cheering and stoked that he could stand up. And after seeing that and the progress that was happening after we started this therapy, the mum said that she thought he'd be walking by Christmas. And then a few months pass again, and I get another video of this boy, and he was walking before Christmas. And what an amazing Christmas present. Not only that, his language is starting to come on. So again, when I started with him, there was no words, couldn't talk, couldn't mimic anything. And she sent me this amazing video of him not just walking, but dancing and singing and doing head, shoulders, knees and toes. Which was just so far away from what he was capable of doing just 6 months ago. So it just reminds me the power of the program. Even though we couldn't do everything, we just did what we could, and we focused on those basics, and we saw amazing results thanks to the Melillo method.